Where dreamers dream, where dreams come true. There's no limit to what we can do. Turning no's to yes, leaving doubt behind, releasing the stress. We were born to shine.
You're now tuned in to the Sade Champagne Show. With the cast, Christina Renee, Rick and Melissa Wood, Lisa Leewald, Veronica Escobar Winner, Ariana Carde, and Ayakule Falama. Celebrity guest interviews, segments on health, wellness, creativity, entrepreneurship, spirituality, hot topics, and more. You're now tuned in to the Sade Champagne Show.
Good evening, everyone. That was Brandy with No Such Thing as Too Late. I'm actually creating a dance routine to that song, and I can't wait to share it with you all in the near future. It's Sade Champagne, and welcome to my first ever birthday episode of the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. My cast and I miss you guys so much. We are back with some special episodes before Season 2 officially premieres on Wednesday, July 20th. Every episode is available on iTunes. Search the Sade Champagne Show, and you can download them for free. Also, my Sade Champagne YouTube channel is another place where you can listen to the show afterwards. Thanks to everyone for tuning in all around the globe. All of the episodes of my show are also available at blogtalkradio.com/grindhard_radio. I've also posted the direct link to this episode on my Twitter and Facebook pages, so you can tune in at any time. Thank you to Travis Miller for creating and producing my show's theme song, and to Scott Swish for mixing it. If this is your first time listening, I'm a professional musical artist, performer, inspirational speaker, and entrepreneur. I have created, directed, and executive produced almost 200 charitable and inspirational events, including my popular Power of a Dream tour. I love mentoring, coaching, being authentically myself, and using my platform to encourage, empower, and bring out the gold and treasure in others. Tonight's celebrity guests are award-winning multi-threat power couple KNS Rockstar, who are like my big brother and sister in this crazy industry, and one of my favorite American Idol alumni ever, Carde and Ayakunle Falama, will be stopping by tonight as well. I'm going to be giving away a new bikini straight from my closet tonight, so stay tuned in to find out how you can win. My Power of a Dream Tour is always booking new shows and performances. This summer we will be in San Luis Obispo, Ventura, Oxnard, Orange County, and more. We love traveling, and if you're looking to bring any of our Power of a Dream Tour artists or myself, we're all award-winning, critically acclaimed artists and speakers, which is such a huge blessing and we're grateful for. And if you want to bring us to your city or event, please email me at SadeChampagneMusic@gmail.com. Once again, that's SadeChampagneMusic@gmail.com for more details. Check out my Facebook page, Sade Champagne, to see our full schedule. Just look under events. Lastly, thank you to everyone who's been watching, sharing, and subscribing to all my new videos. I'm constantly writing new pieces and creating new songs, and I'm going into the recording studio soon. To find out more about my musical journey and how you can be involved, check out GoFundMe.com/Sade Champagne Music. Once again, that's GoFundMe.com/Sade Champagne Music. My biggest wish, that was a tongue twister right there, for my birthday this year is to record my new EP in the studio. Every $1 to $5 you donate will get me closer to my dream of sharing my music with the whole world. I'm partnering with a stellar 7-time Grammy-nominated producer who is committed to bringing my dream to pass. I'm so thankful for every year that I live. You know, it's funny because I'm turning 29, as I share with you guys, and a lot of people, you know, when their birthday comes up, they start getting, like, really depressed or they're down on themselves, and they're so we can be so hard on ourselves, and for me, I'm thankful for every year that I live because I feel like my life is getting better. I feel like I'm growing more. I'm happier every single year. I'm full of more joy. I'm moving forward in my passions, and I'm just thankful to be alive because there's a lot of people who have come from similar environments as me or people that I grew up with, back home in Florida, and even some people here in California who are not in the same position that I am, now turning 29, and they're not, in a joyful position. And some people didn't live to see 29. So I'm very thankful for every year that I live. And so I always celebrate every month, and I celebrate the whole month, and I love not only celebrating myself, but other people as well, so I'm not just like, oh, it's all about Sade Champagne, it's my birthday, forget everybody else. No, I love to celebrate myself, and I love celebrating others too and making them feel special the same way that I feel special. Also, I'm going to be live tweeting and posting on Facebook all show long, and I want to know your thoughts. Tweet me at SadeChampagne or Facebook me at Sade Champagne or Instagram me at I am Sade Champagne. Hashtag Sade Champagne Show or GHR to join in the conversation. Shout out to everyone who's already been tweeting me, Facebooking me, Instagramming me, YouTubing me, emailing me. You guys' support is so amazing, and I am forever thankful to every single one of you. I want to know what you guys have been up to since, we've been on our break. Want to know what's been going on in your lives, what's been happening. We are always interested to see what our listeners have been up to. As I mentioned to you guys, I'm going to be giving away a bikini straight from my closet, a new bikini, and I posted it on my Facebook, and I'm going to post it on Twitter as well when we get a chance during the show. And I want to chat with you guys, and I'm going to be asking a couple questions to see how I can give it away to you. And I want to know, like I said, about your birthday and what does it mean to you and what you guys have been up to, during this time. I want to share with you guys a cool story before we get ready for our first guest this evening. This is super cool. I am a part of helping out an organization called FNL, and I help out with the Ventura County chapter, and they help young people, specifically middle schoolers and high schoolers, to be drug and alcohol and tobacco free. And so they just had their awards ceremony for the year, and I was so honored to be able to be a part of that and come, and sing the national anthem for them. And I had already, as I talked to you guys earlier in the season, if you remember, I was the keynote speaker and also a workshop leader for their annual youth conference, which is a huge blessing for me and such a dream come true. And so recently, just this past week, when I was at their awards ceremony, it was so amazing to see all the students, who have been in the program and to see how they're just so confident. And I remember being in those types of programs when I was in high school, and I'm very thankful for it, because it's like, even in middle school and elementary too, because I remember those things that I learned. I remember all the different ways that, you can be able to say no and not give in to peer pressure. And I'm very thankful for that because it's important to be able to stand up for yourself and know that you can trust in who you are. And I know that being a part of those programs when I was younger has really benefited me, and I'm so thankful for it. And so, like I said, I want to know what you guys have been up to, and I'm going to continue to share cool stories with you guys throughout the episode and all types of amazing things that we're going to be doing. We're getting ready for our first guest in the studio. She should be calling in just a second, and she's getting set up right now. And so this is a live show, guys, so you never know what's going to be able to happen. And it's always a fun time, though, because I learned so much about this as well. It's not, most of the shows that I do are live, whether it be through my radio show or it's, through my performances. It's always live, and so you need to be ready at any given moment. I'm going to take a question from you guys while we're getting her to come in right now as she's setting up for the show. So one of the biggest things that people always ask me is, how do I stay encouraged? And that's one of the biggest questions everyone always asks me is, how do you stay so upbeat and so encouraged? And I want to chat with you guys about that for a couple minutes. For me, I think the biggest way that I stay encouraged, it's always about what thoughts that you are allowing, not only in your mind, but that you are partaking in your life. Like oftentimes we get so caught up in wondering what's happening around us and what other people are doing. And when you compare yourself to others, obviously that's a really quick way to be able to be discouraged and to not feel valuable in who you are. And so one of the biggest ways that I stay encouraged is I celebrate myself, and I don't spend so much time anymore always thinking to myself, how can I be like this person? I wish I had this that they had, and I wish I had that. I realize that it's important to be happy for who I am, and so that's one of the tips I'd like to give for you guys is don't compare yourself to others, but instead celebrate the joy that you are. So we do have our first guest in the studio. I'm going to get ready to bring her in. Our first guest stopping by this evening is one of my new castmates and friends, Ariana Carday. Ariana Carday is a model, actress, health and fitness influencer, motivational speaker, and founder of the women's lifestyle empowerment brand, Wifey Fit. She will be hosting a new segment titled Supermodel in You, where she'll be helping you to feel more comfortable and confident with taking pics and how to bring out your best self in photos for social media, professional and personal use. She will also help you to feel like a star in everyday life. Let's get her into the studio. Hi, Ariana. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Wonderful. Yes, I can hear you just fine. We're so glad to have you on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be a part of this.
Yeah, so share with people a little bit about your passions and your interests.
Well, a little bit about me is I'm really into health, fitness, and nutrition. Nutrition is a passion of mine, and it's really become a trend lately, and I'm really excited that people are starting to wake up and become more aware of what's going on in our food system. And so for me, my passion is really just kind of waking up our society and also being like a positive role model for our young girls, and especially with, the influence of social media in today's day and age, and how accessible it is to our younger kids. I think it's very important to be aware of, everything that we're putting out there, and especially a lifestyle brand, like such. And that's why I've curated my brand Wifey Fit to be a positive influence for our younger generation, and to just kind of spread awareness on really what's going on in our society from, just different, different things that are going on in our world.
That's awesome. And so share with everyone about your lifestyle brand, Wifey Fit, because I think that's going to tie in really well this season to your segment, Supermodel and You.
Yes. Well, Wifey Fit is it's a brand that I started about a year ago now, and it hasn't officially launched because there are quite a few different things that are entailed with the brand. Now, it is a lifestyle brand, and I do blogging, and I keep up with, different social media platforms. But what I will be bringing is a mentoring program. I'm as well getting involved with another organization called Plant Pure Nation, and I'm actually in the process right now of getting my nutrition certification and an emphasis in a plant-based diet and healing through a holistic diet, and providing nutrition courses and classes in my community. We will be having, through the Plant Pure Nation, we'll be having different, we'll have like a pod, and it's our office. And with that, I'll be tying it in with Wifey Fit to spread more about nutrition. And then, with Wifey Fit, along with it, so there is the movement of spreading awareness about lifestyle choices. So along with that, then I also have apparel, workout apparel. Since I'm always in the gym, I love it. So I decided to create a line for it. And then as well, I'm really into skincare. So I've been working on a body oil line, and I'm really into everything is energy. So I do like to post about my crystals from time to time. So I do have my oils are infused with 24 karat gold and different crystals like amethyst, rose quartz, and different things to raise your vibration. Because once we can understand everything is energy, and we start living to higher our vibration, and that's when we're able to create our reality.
That's awesome. It's so funny because I really am looking forward to you meeting our castmate, Veronica Esquivel-Winters, because she's also into holistic health as well, which is what her segment is all about. So I feel that you both have so much in common, too, and we'll be able to bring a lot of, great encouragement to each other and collaborate together. So what can our listeners expect from you and your segment, Supermodel and You, this upcoming season on the Sade Champagne Show?
Well, we can expect from my segment would be, for me, it's really just kind of just bringing that inner confidence out. And it's kind of interesting that I'm in this position of talking about this now in my phase of life because I was going through a phase where I wasn't feeling so confident. And that's actually when I met Sade. And she kind of, gave me this pep talk and brought me back to reality. And I just really want to share that with you because it's always been in me. And she kind of, had to remind me. And then, I just kind of also want to deliver that back to our listeners and just bring out that self-confidence because in anything that we do, it's confidence that really perseveres,
That's really good. And especially because, people spend so much time on social media and posting pictures or wanting to post pictures. And I think it's very valuable that you're going to be helping them to build their confidence, and feeling more comfortable in front of the camera, taking pictures, posting pictures, throughout the season and tie that all into your brand and into, what you're passionate about because it'll help them to be able to utilize social media and not just only social media but for their professional and personal use as well.
Absolutely. And, and today, we have the internet and these images last forever. So, I definitely want to be able to share just my insight on taking good pictures and photography. Photography is a passion of mine, so I can, give a little bit of my tips and tricks that I've learned throughout the years and, help our listeners with that because, yes, social media is a platform that is growing and we can definitely utilize it in so many different ways.
That's very true. So what is the message that you want to get across to young girls and women?
Well, there's a lot. And it kind of got me on that one because I guess for me there's just so much that I just want to share. And overall, it would be just, I guess, it'd be the confidence. It's really kind of teaching young girls to be confident in themselves because that's where the underlying, again, everything lies. Because if you don't have confidence, then you can't really fully be successful in anything that you do because you're always going to be doubting and worrying and holding yourself back. I've been in that position where I didn't feel confident. I've held myself back. And so that's why I just want to teach young girls and teach them confidence and how to do different exercise and, live a certain lifestyle to build that confidence in them so that they can go out and attack, different goals that they have, or whether it be speaking in front of people or, going to school or, going to the gym. Some people, they're not even confident because they feel like they're out of shape. They don't even want to go to the gym because they don't want people looking at them, But the whole thing is you're going there so you can look better, and that's where, I guess at the end of the day, it's just really teaching people is self-love. And that is the underline because without self-love, you can't really move forward.
And I also think what's huge about you is even though you're very physically beautiful, I feel like you also want to share with the world and share with other women and young girls that it's more about than what you look on the outside, because if you were talking about different things that you're passionate about, those things went way beyond the physical. You know what I mean? They were things that dealt with the mind, the brain, the heart, the spirit, the way that you would treat others, the things you want to do in the world. And I think that that's huge because that's what, when people I'm inspired by, like Dr. Maya Angelou, and also Oprah Winfrey, the reason why people are inspired by them and why they love them and remember them is because of how they made them feel. It's not always about how people look, but you're able to show that it's more than what's on the outside, but people can see you for the beauty you are on the inside too. So I think that's awesome.
Thank you. And, I hope that I can touch people, with my heart. And that's kind of what I'm battling here with the whole social media, because unfortunately, we live in a society based off of image and, this whole, the imagery of what's going to catch your eye. And right now it's the sex appeal. And, I'm trying to go against the grain and find that line because, again, I like art and I do like feeling sexy and I do work for my body, but at the same time, there is a fine line and a point of respecting yourself. And, it's, like I said, with social media, we kind of have to find that line, because now it's becoming so blurred. And that's where I want to kind of grab these girls and kind of talk to them and let them know that it doesn't have to be all about your body and the sex appeal. Like, you are a woman. We are strong. We have a brain. We are smart. And that's why I want to educate these young girls. Like, that's our thing. Our young society is our future, and we have the chance to change that if we start taking, control and start teaching our youth different things and raising them up to another level, and, inspiring them to become judges, inspiring them to become lawyers or doctors, and, other, career paths, so that they can make changes in our society.
That's so
and that's
awesome,
where I just
guys.
really want to touch girls to influence them, because I have a 4-year-old sister, and that's where YC Fit started for me, because I saw how much she looked up to me, and I saw how social media has kind of taken over our society, and it's I get frustrated by it sometimes, because it's just like but I know in time, and I have to be patient. But and that's where I'm glad I met you, and this is another platform where I can kind of open up my heart and really kind of talk and connect with different listeners.
Yeah. And you're making such an impact already, and I believe this will be another opportunity and another platform to do that. So, Ariana, how can people stay updated with you and your happenings?
Well, I have a couple different platforms that you guys can check me out on, which would be my Facebook page. So Facebook, you can find me at Ariana, Arianna, Carde, Carde, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. And you can also find Wifey Fit on Facebook and Instagram, and that's Wifey Fit, one word, WIFEYFIT.
Awesome. Well, everyone, you're going to be able to be more involved with Ariana throughout the season, this upcoming season. She has amazing things in store for you guys. She is a wonderful woman, and I'm so glad to have met her and building this great friendship with her. And so make sure you stay tuned in this season, this upcoming season, to be able to chat with her and know more about how to find the supermodel in you. Next up, we have KNS Rockstar with I Woke Up in My City. Keep listening to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio.
Hi, my name is Veronica Escobar-Winters, and I'm the founder of Homegrown Juicery. At Homegrown Juicery, our passion is to provide you with the best quality organic, raw, cold-pressed juice. We are proud to say that our juices are always 100% organic and raw. Visit us on Instagram and Facebook under Homegrown Juicery to find us at a farmer's market near you. We are Homegrown Juicery, and we are keeping it real. This is Veronica Escobar-Winters from the Wellness Made Simple segment, and thank you for listening to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio.
Welcome back to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. You are tuned into my special birthday episode. Our next guest stopping by this evening is one of my new castmates and a dear friend, Ayakunle Falama. Ayakunle is a poet, published author, TEDx speaker, and recent Sam Houston State University graduate. He will be hosting a new segment titled Sharing Your Story, where he'll be giving you tips and encouragement on writing and how to share your authentic story with courageous transparency. Let's bring him into the studio right now. Ayakunle.
Hello. Hi, Sade.
How are you doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. We're so glad to have you on the show tonight and on the cast for season 2.
I am very excited to be on this show and also to be hosting a segment. I am very, very excited.
Awesome. So congratulations on graduating. How has that experience been like for you?
Well, thank you first. But it really still hasn't felt like I graduated, because part of my requirement is to finish my internship. So by next week, I should be done with my internship. So, but I mean, it feels good to really, have a second degree, to have completed grad school. I'm happy about that. But I feel like once I'm done with my internship, that's when I'll really feel like, wow, it's kind of all over. So But
you're like, so I'm at the finish line, but kind of not.
Yeah, it's like I have the degree that's, that shows that I have completed the requirements to be, to have a graduate degree, but yeah, it's like I'm still, yeah, it's kind of weird because I've had the degree since the beginning of the month, last month that is, and yeah, I still have higher months complete an internship, so, but yeah, regardless, both of them, the internship, the year-long internship, and also getting the degree for 3 years. It's an accomplishment that many people don't have the chance to, and also all the things that went into getting that degree. I'm very happy that it's that I do have it.
Yeah.
And it's making a difference in terms of what I'm gonna eventually be doing. So yeah.
Awesome. So share with our listeners a little bit about you and your passion and what they can expect from you and your segment this upcoming season on the Sade Champagne Show.
Oh, awesome. So my intention really and you said a bunch of the things that I will be doing during this segment. My goal really is to get people to be able to share their stories more. The stories, as much as I'm going to be sharing my stories, I really do want to spend time, sharing other people's stories, and also giving people, encouragement to share their own stories. I feel like stories are very important. Our stories, all our stories are very important, regardless of whether we think they are or not. It's a way to share with other people. Sharing stories with other people really, cement that idea of like shared humanity, that we are all kind of in the same boat, regardless of who we are, where we come from. We're all human beings at the end of the day. And that's one thing that's very important to me, one thing that I'm very, very interested or fascinated by, the idea of humanity. And that this is just another way to kind of encourage that, and also encourage other people to continue in that sense. Because our stories are very, very similar. You'd be surprised. But if you don't share your story, if I don't share my story, how are we supposed to know that our stories are actually similar? So, yeah. That's really my primary goal.
That's really good. And so what is the message that you want to get across to aspiring writers and published authors? And I know you don't really like the word aspiring because you say if you want something, do it. That's what it makes you. So go ahead.
That's the first thing I was going to attack. Yeah, but I do not like the term aspiring writer. If you're a writer, you're a writer. It doesn't mean you're a good writer, but writers start from somewhere, and you're not aspiring. You don't aspire to be a writer, especially like in the art fields. It's not really an aspiring thing. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a painter one day, and then you never paint. That's kind of stupid. That's dumb. The moment you put your pen to paper, the moment you put your brush to canvas, you're a painter. I'm not saying you're a good painter. I'm not saying you're the best painter. It starts from somewhere. And, it's going to be more like pushing that idea more than ever, I think, just to kind of encourage people that the first few things you're going to write are going to be crap. Just, anybody who tells you different is probably lying. It's probably lying to you. Yeah. So just being honest about what it means to be a writer, what it means to be an artist, things that I'm going to be sharing. And it starts from believing that you actually are on the path to being that. You don't aspire, you don't desire to be a writer and then write. That doesn't make you, Aspiring sounds fancy. I think it's more of a cop out to not own who you actually are. If you're not good, if you say I'm an aspiring writer and you're not good, Well, people, people are gonna be forgiving and say, "Oh yeah, it's still aspiring. She's still aspiring. She's not a writer yet, so we can kind of let her slide." And I think that's a lazy, that's a cowardly thing to do. If you're going to do it, do it. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you answered my question very well. And I think, too, like, it's interesting when you were saying, like, even if your first things that you're writing are crap, that's okay. It's not about if it's going to be perfect or not. It's about doing what you love and being able to enjoy it and grow from that,
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so also, how can people stay updated with you and your happenings, and where can they buy your books?
If you type my name pretty much anywhere on all the social media out there, you're going to be able to find where I am. You can start from Google, just type my entire name, and you're going to be able to find where I am. The most, I would say the best place where you can find me, and then it leads you to like other places, would be about.me. So ABOUT.me / or /, it's one of those slashes, /AFALOMO. Did you hear that thunderstorm?
Yes, I was wondering. I'm like,
yeah,
well,
that's
you could
Texas.
handle. That's not something
That's
you could
Texas
change.
for you. That is Texas for you, specifically Houston. But you can find me at about.me / AFALOMO, and that's A for my first name and Falomo for my last name, and it's together AFALOMO.
Awesome. Well, I'm really looking forward to your segment this season, Ayakunle, and I'm thankful, like I said, to have you as a dear friend and to be able to have you on the cast, and I know that our listeners and supporters are going to learn so much from you and with you, and they're going to be greatly encouraged. So next up, we have Will Makar with Free. His interview is right after this. You're listening to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio.
The Living with Fearless Joy segment on the Sade Champagne Radio Show features Rick and Melissa Wood, who run a ministry called Fearless Joy Ministries. Rick and Melissa have a passion to see people free from religion, free from fear, and living lives full of freedom and full of joy. Melissa has authored a book titled Eliminating Fear: How Removing the Fear of God Leads to Removing Fear in Life. If you would like to book Rick and Melissa for any speaking engagements, conferences, or to talk about eliminating fear, you can reach them at the website eliminatingfear.com. Just make sure to go to the Contact Us page where you can get more information and you can communicate with them personally.
You can find Melissa at Melissa Joy Wood at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and you can find Rick at Rick C. Wood at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And right here on Grind Hard Radio on the Sade Champagne Show.
You're now tuned in to the Sade Champagne Show. With the cast, Christina Renee, Rick and Melissa Wood, Lisa Leewald, Veronica Escobar Winner, Ariana Cade, and Ayakunle Falama. Celebrity guest interviews, segments on health, wellness, creativity, entrepreneurship, spirituality, hot topics, and more. You're now tuned in to the Sade Champagne Show.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. We are getting ready to bring our next celebrity guest in right now. We're just making sure we can get him connected to the show. I want to know, as I share with you guys, how has your summer been, or your pre-summer that's coming up right now? I know a lot of you are getting ready to graduate from school. And so that is big news. As you heard with Ayakunle, he has just graduated. And I had no idea he had 2 degrees, but I guess that's what graduate school is. And so I want to congratulate every single person who has made it through. You lasted through the whole year. That's a big deal. Most people end up giving up, not most, but a good portion of people end up giving up right before graduation. And so congratulations to everyone who's graduating right now. All right, so we do got our first celebrity guest interview is ready right now. And you are tuned in, as you know, to my special birthday episode. Our next guest stopping by this evening, let me make sure I have the correct notes here. All right, we're ready to go. And so as you guys know, you're tuned into my special birthday episode. I'm turning 29 this Saturday, June 4th, and I couldn't think of a better pre-celebration than with all of you amazing listeners tonight. Right now, we have our first celebrity guest interview of the evening with Will Makar. Will Makar is now residing in L.A., and he has a combination of memorable pop hooks and radio-ready rock with an unforgettable live show that comes from all his hard work, his commitment, and the deep musical talent of his band that he assembled. His new album was released with Double Deal Brand Records and was produced by, I hope I say this name correctly, Kazumi Shimokawa. You can correct me, Will, when I bring you in. It's a refreshing blast of energy and musicianship that is both instantly familiar and truly unique, with his first single, Perfect Waste of Time, beginning with a simple guitar hook and growing into a truly memorable love song with the sing-along ending equally at home on stage as it is in your headphones. Will Makar, he came to national prominence at the age of 16 as a finalist on American Idol, and he's already drawn large crowds at venues as diverse as Arlene's Grocery in New York and Dosey Doe in Woodlands, Texas, as well as he's opened up for John Mayer, Lee Brice, and Hot Chelle Rae. So let's welcome to the show, Will Makar.
What is up? What is up? What is up?
Hi, Will. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. I mean, I'm rocking it. How are you? Happy birthday.
I'm doing amazing. Thank you. I want to thank you for being a celebrity guest on my first ever birthday special episode of Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me.
I can't believe it's been 10 years since I first met you a couple times right after American Idol.
Yeah, you're telling me. I can't believe it's been 10 years since I was on American Idol. Jeez, I remember it like it was yesterday. Like that show was a very amazing experience, you know. But,
it's just crazy to think because, like, you have grown so much, you know, and it's been wonderful to see because you were already incredible then when I first discovered who you are and I got the chance to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, I guess I am a little bit different since I was 16, you know, so. When you're 26, it's a little different. Yeah, you know, a little different. But,
exactly.
I got a beard now, you know.
That's true. You still look pretty young, though, in a good way.
Oh, well, thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So when were you first interested in music and performing arts?
Well, music came at a very young age for me, but I have, like, way older sisters. I mean, my sister, actually, she's a radio DJ in Austin, Texas, and then I have another sister up in San Francisco, and they're 12 years older than me and 14 years older than me, and they were in high school when I was, like, a little kid, like 5, you know, and so they were throwing parties. I don't know if they were throwing parties and my parents didn't know about it, but for some reason I knew about it, and she would have me sing at these parties and stuff and seemed to, like, be impressed. So I was like, oh, maybe I should try this thing, you know? I felt like I knew what I wanted to do, like, in 4th grade. It was weird, you know, and then so I've just been working at it ever since, and, you know, I went to Berklee College of Music, and so music is my life, you know, making it happen.
Exactly. I feel you on that. And so I guess that answers my next question then when I said, you know, how did you know you wanted this to be your life? So you just knew it at a young age and you felt a certain passion in your heart? What drew you to knowing that this was...
you know, I think for any artist, like, the one thing that every artist needs is definitely, like, to realize the importance of music in their own life, and then start to realize the importance of that music in their fans' life as well. Because, and it really wasn't until I was on American Idol or after American Idol, really, that I started to, like, really listen to what songs meant. You know, once you start experiencing things in your life, you start writing songs to mean a particular thing, you know. And so, you know, music is, you know, important, and it's cool because literally it can mean anything. It can mean, you know, man, I just feel like partying tonight, damn, my girl just broke my heart, you know. So, which is great. And I'm going to write songs for all of it, you know. But,
yeah, it's really therapeutic, too.
It is. It really is. Is that how you feel? You feel it's therapeutic?
Yeah, that's how I
you?
feel, too. Yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
mean it's always easy at the time, because sometimes you're like, I don't know if I want to talk about this right now, but it's always beneficial instead of internalizing.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, for sure. So yeah, man, that's the way I love music for that reason. So it gets you hyped for your day, or you know, if you feel like crying in your room, I mean, you know, whatever you need.
Yeah, that's very true. So were your family and friends supportive?
Oh yeah, family. Nobody in my family is a musician. I'm really the only one that pursued it. You know, my sister Ann, like I said, she works for Kiss FM, and she has her own radio show on Kiss FM in Austin, Texas. But she's really the only one, I guess, that ended up in music outside of me. But you know, yeah, they were all very supportive. They all, you know, are hoping for me to succeed and make it out there in this crazy world we live in. So,
definitely.
So
tell us about your experience on American Idol and how that changed your life. Seeing how you said that was 10 years ago, and how much music has changed, the industry's changed, all those things.
Yeah, man, where should I even begin? I mean, Idol was like, it was nuts. It was like it was a fantastic experience. I mean, I'll tell you when it was like really weird, and I kind of had to pinch myself, because Idol like keeps you in a bubble, you know, keeps you in a bubble, and but it was weird when like celebrities would come and then they'd know your name. It was like, wait, what?
Wow.
Like, what do you mean? Because like, and you got to remember, like, when you start American Idol, you're like literally a nobody, and then like it actually is like the day that your episode airs and you're shown, it's like you become a celebrity immediately. It's like, it's the weirdest thing. It's like, what do you, why is, and that was just the weirdest thing when like stars were like just saying my name. I was like, what do you mean? Like I think that the biggest thing though from that show is like really learning. I remember Randy Jackson told me, he was like, you know, Will, you need to find out your sound, because, you know, when you're 16, like you don't know what that means. And, you know, I was still searching who I was. I mean, like I said, nobody in my family was a musician, so I kind of have to figure it out myself. And so I now know what that means and the importance of finding a sound. And I feel like, you know, American Idol was YouTube before we had YouTube, you know? The way to really win that show is to rearrange the songs that are already popular and kind of make them your own and kind of do something cool with it and whatever. And so that's, you know, something that I really learned from the show is to, one, find your sound and figure out ways to make things your own, make it all sound your own, you know?
I think so too, though, is that when you were on the show, which season 5 was one of the best seasons for male vocalists. Like, wow, there are so many strong male vocalists on the show. And I'm not just saying it because you're on, you know what I mean? I mean that. You saw when I posted about the show, like I was a very big supporter, you know, of you all and of the artists on there. But it's like, that was one of the strongest seasons. But I feel like when you were on American Idol, the star power was such a greater experience then and so much more, like you said, massive, as opposed to now because of, like you said, with YouTube, social media, all the other reality talent competitions and shows where it's like the people, they are a bit famous, but unless they do like some astronomical crazy thing with their voice or talent or, you know what I mean, or just they have to have some type of huge backing, I don't think it's has the same type of effect that it did for you guys.
No, it certainly is different. I mean, our season averaged 32 million per episode.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, to put that in perspective, like if American Idol lost half of its viewers, it would still have been ahead of The Big Bang Theory, which is the number one show on television. So it's like, you know, that's like, I mean, the show was just so big back then for season, 2 through 6. I mean, it was just, ridiculous. But now, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's time for it to be over anyways, So,
yeah, definitely so. I agree. So as a writer, do you prefer writing with a team or by yourself? And
I
why?
love writing with people. I think, well, one, I'm the type of person that, like, understands, like, I like to say I don't have any weaknesses, but guess what, I do. It's like news alert, I guess I feel like the writing with other people, they bring in different strengths, and it's really cool to me to, like, form a package with another person who has brought in something. Like yesterday I was working on a new song that, with a guy who's more in the R&B field, and listened to the beats and the tracks that he's made, and then, like, he was like, hey, which one do you want to, work on? And then I brought in what I do well, and it's cool, and you make your own sound out of that, and you get, like, something kind of unique when you do that, when you write with people that are, that are good at one thing that you may not be great at, So it's cool. I love writing with
Definitely.
People. Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges you have faced in your career, and how do you overcome them or face them?
Where do I begin? I think that, I mean, the biggest challenge is just, once you get the fans and making, staying in touch with them, And I think, because you want the fans to hear your next thing. Everybody grows and changes in their life. And sometimes when you as a musician, like, you go through, just like anybody, you might, one year you have, like, this girl that you love and you're like, hey, like, this is the one or whatever. And then you write songs about that. And then the next year it's like, this girl, like, dumped me, and I'm like, screwed, It's like, it hurts. And so you have to kind of figure out a way to make that something the people who follow you want, So it's, I think that's the biggest challenge. And but I'm excited. I love it. Music is, like I said, it's for the soul. It's great because it can get you pumped up for, a Friday night, and, to the complete opposite.
Awesome. So what are you most proud of?
Oh, I'm most proud of my live performance. If anybody hasn't seen me perform live, you guys, we have the opportunity to do that, because on June 23rd, Thursday, June 23rd, I'm performing in North Hollywood at, Pallex Woodshed. But the cool thing about Pallex Woodshed is that they're going to be filming it, and it's going to be broadcast online. So even if you're in, New York or Texas or wherever, you can watch this show. Because because I feel like my live performance is my the one thing I feel most at home on stage, you know. So get those live performances out there, and I think everybody should tune in for that. And of course, I'll be posting links on that and everything.
Yes, definitely. Well, I'm excited to come and see you perform again because, like I said, it's been forever. And any indication of how you performed all those years ago, then I know you're going to bring the house down now with all the experience you've gained and all the confidence and just being more comfortable in your skin and as an artist.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'd love to have you out. I mean, the show is going to be free. I mean, it's like everybody's welcome. Like, it's just come out and, you know, enjoy some live music. And the band that I have that night is amazing. I mean, they're the best in the business, you know. So
awesome.
You know, they're people. So it's going to be sick. So
how do you handle negativity and stress?
I go in my room and I cry. I'm just kidding. I just kind of, I think the biggest thing for me is like sitting down and writing another song with people. You know, again, I like writing with other people and, you know, telling those people, like, here's what I'm going through, this is what's happening, like, let's write a song about it. And they're like, cool. And then, you know, and they, like, might start playing some chords or whatever, and it's like, boom, got a melody, you know, I'll start thinking. So it's like, you know, and it, actually, when negativity and stress, like, comes, like, it's, and I'm talking, like, real stress, you know, I think that that's when you make some of your best music anyway, so. But, you know, honestly, like, any negativity, like, that I receive, I'm pretty good about just, like, letting that go. Like, if it's, like, negative from, like, the press or from, like, somebody's comment about, like, a performance I had or something, like, that stuff, I'm pretty good about just, like, letting it go, you know. People need to say something, you know. So.
Right. With that being said, how do you stay confident while working in an industry that has been known to tear people down?
Well, I think that for anybody, they need to, like, it's not, don't be cocky, but, you know, believe in yourself. Like, you know, say to yourself that you know, you can do this, like, that you have value. And I feel like as long as you know, if you believe that in your heart that you can do something that's special for others, and then I think that kind of rubs off on other people. And, you know, critics always, they those people fade. You know, I think Justin Timberlake just recently said, you know, he just received an award, like a Millennial Award, and he, you know, said, he's like, all the critics, those people will fade away. But maybe one day you'll be standing on this stage receiving an award because you were an innovator, you know? So be weird, be different, you know, and I love that. It's totally true. I think the big thing for anybody, like, who's, like, thinking about being in music or whatever, or, you know, once the negative stuff starts coming in, you can honestly look at it as a good thing, because if there's enough people listening to you that it's worth it for them to, like, criticize you, then
it has value.
You're doing something right. Like, it's part of the game. Like, if you know it's part of the game, then, like, live it and try your best and, like, not take it personally. And, you know, and I feel like a lot of people definitely take it personal today than they used to. But
that's true. So tell us about your current projects and what you're working on.
Well, I'm writing a lot right now. So I'm writing with a lot of different people, and I think I'm going to be releasing an album in the next year. So we're I mean, right now I'm working on the songs. So you know, we're at the beginning stages, and you guys need to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Will, the letter J, Makar, Makar, And you know, you can keep up with me right there, and we'll make it great music, because I'm really excited about what the future has for me and in music and finding fans. And you know, the other thing is that I'm looking to get on the road again, and start playing for people. So, you know, there you go.
Good. Well, we're definitely going to stay in touch, because I got connected to recently with Blake Lewis and Elliot Yamin, and so we want to be doing some different shows together, and it would be so cool to involve you in that as well, you know, because all of you guys are such high-quality, amazing artists who I'm inspired by, and, you know, I love having events and supporting other artists and performers, so I know that we can do some great things together.
I'm in. If you need me to come play, I'm in. You got it?
Yes, good.
All right, cool. Yeah.
And so
especially with
said
Elliot.
it before, but oh my gosh, Elliot, they're just so phenomenal. I saw them actually. I'd met them forever ago too, but I actually saw them when they were at Canyon Club in Agora Hills, and so I didn't know, like, Blake surprised everyone and brought Elliot out, and it was phenomenal just to hear those two together. And then, you know, so we've been staying in contact, and I'm like, man, we're going to do some stuff together. And they're like, we are so down, let's do it. And talking to you now, and obviously I think you're so phenomenal, especially, and you're in LA too, so it's like, dude, if we're all in the same area, you know, let's get it going.
I'm in. Give me the ring. Call me.
So lastly, if you can share some words of wisdom and encouragement with aspiring artists and performers.
Don't do it. I'm just kidding.
Your sense of humor is hilarious.
I know. But hey, I just, I gotta say, this is a really weird industry. I'm learning every single day. I think that the big thing is to start by learning who you are as a musician. What's your favorite style? Who are the people that inspire you? And, listen to music. For me, I can only say, what's good for me, because it always is different for every person. But for me, I listen to songs, and it inspires me to just sit down and write another song, because, every single time I listen to a song, I go, I can do that. I can write that song, and so it makes me pick up my guitar and start getting to work. I think that the other thing is if you find that you're not loving some of the crap that you have to deal with in the industry, to really find people who are really good with dealing with those things, because ultimately the only thing I really want to do is just write songs, make albums, and sing on stage, But right now you gotta book shows, you gotta be your manager, you gotta be your agent, you gotta be all those things. So, eventually you'll be able to find those people, and don't give up on that. So
that's wonderful. That's such great advice.
Yeah.
Everyone, make sure you guys follow Will on Twitter, Instagram at Will J. Makar. Also, his Facebook is official Will Makar, and I have his song Circles. You heard his song Free earlier in the episode, which I love so much. Right. And now we're going to have him introduce his song Circles to you guys.
Awesome. Well, I wrote this song, Circles, with a good friend of mine at Berklee College of Music, and it was late at night. It was 2 a.m., and, I was, when you're in a relationship, that's kind of, that it should end, and you just keep going around and around. It's like, well, let me try and fix this. I'm going to fix this relationship, and then, then all of a sudden it starts to fall again, and then you try and fix it, and you're back up, and then it falls again. So, about those relationships, I'm sure we've all been there. So there you go. This is Circles.
Make sure you guys check out Will Makar's music on YouTube and iTunes. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for listening to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio.
Are you looking for a dynamic musical artist, performer, host, or inspirational speaker for your next event? What about a mentor, vocal instructor, or workshop leader for your school, company, or seminar? Contact Sade Champagne for countless professional services that are sure to fit your particular need. She is an in-demand, award-winning, and critically acclaimed musical artist, performer, inspirational speaker, and entrepreneur who is invited all around the world. She is known for having a powerful voice, turning ideas into action, creating, directing, and executive producing popular, charitable, and inspirational events, and bringing out the gold in others. Her services are for all ages, backgrounds, and environments. Contact Sade Champagne at SadeChampagneMusic@gmail.com. That's spelled SadeChampagneMusic @gmail.com. Sade Champagne Music@gmail.com to book her for your next event or project.
Hey, this is Rick with the Living with Fearless Joy segment. You're listening to the Sade Champagne Radio Show on Grind Hard Radio.
Welcome back to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. My final celebrity guests have just called in. This husband and wife duo travel all over the U.S. with their Stop the Bullying School Tour, inspiring kids to stay in school and follow their dreams. They have performed with artists like Ludacris, Nick Cannon, Omarion, DMX, and they've been featured on multiple TV networks and shows, including the George Lopez Show, and they've had their own international TV show and radio show. They were supporting performers on the Lebron James Nike Tour. They were awarded by the City of Oxnard for inspiring youth in the community. They are founders and CEOs of Kong Fix Entertainment and talent coordinators of the NBA Summer Pro League Halftime Series. There is no limit to what this motivating super couple can do. My dear friends, KNS Rockstar.
What's up?
I couldn't tell everyone your whole bio because it's big enough for a book, but I got the juicy stuff.
Awesome. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I want to thank you guys so much for calling into the show tonight. I know how busy you guys are, and I know Ki just barely went to bed this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I'm so appreciative of you guys to be our celebrity guests on my birthday special tonight on the Sade Champagne Show.
Well, happy birthday, and thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I love celebrating with you guys. You're the best.
Aw, thank you. Even over the phone from home, huh?
Exactly. So when were you fit in music and performing arts?
Oh, man. Which one, me or my wife?
Go ahead. You go first.
You both. Yeah, go
Let me
ahead.
let him go first because he can talk the longest. Go ahead, baby.
Well, when I started music, I was at the age of 3, playing around with the guitar with my dad's and them gospel group. Age of 5, I was singing with my dad and mom and them group. By the age of 10, it just kept going on. I kept progressing. That's when I came interested in music, period. Just watching my mom and dad sing gospel in church. So it was great, and I'm glad that I stuck around because all that paid off, just being around my mom and dad, seeing them do what they do, and now look at me, what I'm doing, it's very motivational.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole family used to be singers and guitar players, so I had to find my spot. So at the age of 3, some people say, "Oh, you don't remember when you was?" Yes, I do. I remember a lot of things. So seriously, and so the age of 5 is when I really, really took it to another level by trying to dance like Michael Jackson, sing like Michael Jackson. That was it, man. That was it for me right there. I knew I wanted to sing. So yep.
Yeah, and for me, it kind of started early as well. I was always into music and dance. My uncle used to, he was a stuntman in Hollywood, and he would always take me by the hands and turn on some music. And, my mom said I would just, be dancing and laughing and dancing and laughing. So that started, at a very early age.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I would always watch music videos and just, copy the choreography. I would literally record music videos and learn the choreography. And so I started, choreographing. And I used to play the flute in 4th and 5th grade. So it started early for me as well and has flourished into writing. And I started writing when I was about, I want to say about that same age. I was probably about 11. Because I have a cousin that used to rap, and he was really big in, Oxnard and Ventura. So I just kind of, was under his wing and just kind of freestyled a lot and stuff. And, so it flourished into a beautiful artistry for me. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And
Absolutely.
so how did you two meet and decide that you wanted to pursue music together?
Well, we met in Nashville at a bowling alley. We had mutual friends, and we didn't know. So me and my brother was having fun in Arlene, and this skinny girl was walking down, down the aisle with her friends and a mutual friend.
Mm-hmm.
So when I seen her, I was like, hey, she looks different, you know what I'm saying? So I tried to get my friend to hook me up. So my friend hooked us up. We started talking and stuff like that. And so she started coming over to my house, to my apartment, and I had a studio set up. And then she played me this song she was rapping on. And I was like, you rap? And then she was like, yeah, I rap. So I was just like, wow. Yeah, I was tripping because, you don't see too many girls rapping the way she was rapping. I was used to those hood girls, them dude girls. So, and so when I heard her, we got out here, she started managing me in Woodland Hills when we moved to Woodland Hills. So I was like, I don't want to be the next Usher or the Chris Browns. You have too many people out there doing the same thing, and I'm a different type of person already. I was like, why don't we do something that ain't out there, which is, create a girl and guy group that's like the next Tina Turners and the next Ashford and Simpsons and stuff like that. So that's what we did. Next thing, we just took off. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah, except for it's like a Missy and Usher.
Yeah, a Missy and Usher.
That's good. I like that. So were your family and friends supportive of your dreams, like separately and as a group?
Lord.
I'm
going to keep it real.
Were they?
I'm going to keep it real.
I
don't know.
She said were.
No. Ain't no such thing as word, because you're either going to be there for them or you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no such thing as word.
Yeah.
The word thing is like, oh, I'm going to be there, but if they make it, if they try to almost get there, I'm not going to, that's the way it is. But I'm going to be real.
So it's interesting.
My mom, yeah. Everybody else, I don't even talk to them on Facebook. So, like, no, I don't have support.
Yeah.
My support is real fans. Like, straight up 90% Mexican fans.
Yeah.
And them are the ones that's,
and Sade Champagne.
You are sister, of course. Of course.
I'm a fan too, though. Let's get that straight. I am a fan.
Well, we got 1% now. And your mom. No,
yes, exactly. She's very supportive.
Yeah. It's like at first, of course, you have family that's like, oh, yeah, that's hot, that's tight. That's cool.
You start making it, they start seeing you on TV. It's like, I got to stop this. I don't want them going too far. So.
Right. And all of a sudden it starts coming to a slow stop. And then it's like, okay, no support.
So
where you at the show? So now, no.
No. We go everywhere.
Yeah.
We go everywhere. And, I'm glad, Sade, because it made us grow our fan base. If we had depended on family and friends, then, we wouldn't have the fan base we got right now. You know what I mean? So it was all God.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. So,
but
what are some
of
the challenges?
Artists,
go ahead, Six. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, honey. Yeah, I was going to say, but a lot of artists, if you think about it, like in our culture and in hip hop, and that's just keeping it real. Like a lot of us, if we relied on our family to be there in the audience, you know what I'm saying? Like our audiences would be, let's keep it real,
Yeah.
And it's all fans and friends that become your family. And while you're on your journey, these people that you meet and connect with. I mean, let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
I don't have no friends or fans. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them support, but natural fans, man. So, yeah.
Right. I know what you mean. So, what are some of the challenges you have faced in your career, and how do you overcome or face them?
Man, challenges for us is different because we're a couple. So our very first challenges with the labels, when we were seeking labels. Right now, we're no longer seeking labels. We're indie. We're proud. We're happy. You know what I'm saying? We're blessed.
Money.
We're blessed, and we understand the business. So that's why we're proud to be indie.
Right.
But when we were seeking support from labels, it was always, oh, you guys are a couple. Oh, no, that's not going to work. You know what I mean? So it was always that separation from the start. They would always
want to. But some wanted us. Now, don't get it wrong. Not all of them was like that. Some wanted us. It was just the people we was going into the record labels with that had bad names, had bad blood on their names, so they wouldn't mess with us. They said, "You guys are hot, but you're just messing with the wrong people." And some people destroyed. We never went to a record label that said the only people said that was Jodeci. Jodeci didn't see that we was going to be together, but Interscope, they thought we were dope. Sony thought we were dope. Warner Brothers thought we was dope. It's just the leader. That's when we don't have no manager no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We do it ourselves. Because, bad names, man, bad blood on names, man, it can hurt you.
It's about who's representing you as well, yes.
Right. It's interesting because I was talking to someone who's in the industry, and they were sharing with, I forgot who it was. Oh, yeah, they're good friends of mine, and they are, managers of Dalton Sear, who's an amazing teen artist and a good friend of mine. And they were saying that the industry is the music industry is really scared, and that's why they're having to work so hard to get ahead, or at least to try to keep up, because they're not willing to take risks, and I feel like you guys are the kind of artists where it is a risk for them to take, but it will be the best payoff, because that's what people are looking for. That's what the listeners are looking for. That's what consumers and fans are looking for. They want something different, but the industry is too scared to bring in something different. And even the artists they do bring in that are different, it's been perfectly calculated still. You know what I mean? It's like been tested out in all these different markets in these different ways. It's like even with Ed Sheeran, he's different than a lot of artists, but he got Taylor Swift to be able to co-sign on him. So of course the industry's like, well, if Taylor Swift says that Ed Sheeran's great, then we're gonna take him on too, as opposed to, the industry being the one to take up, to choose him first, if that makes sense.
And you know what? They taking a risk anyway, because most of those people they sign ain't getting paid. Most of them ain't selling out venues. Most of them ain't selling records no more. That's really it's good to just be in. So being signed really don't mean anything. We have seen it all. We making more money than the people that like these new artists that's getting signed. We making more money than they are. And that's the sad part. It's the sad part because these people got number one hits. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna say anything, but we had to feed a couple of people one time, and I'm like, dude, you got a number one hit on the radio, bro. And they're like, well, all we get out of this $15,000 is, I'm like, dang. So right there, I think he just told us, go ahead and build. We busy. Get your money. You're gonna be making way more than any artist out there that's signed today. You're gonna be able to perform when you want to. You're gonna be able to go where you want to without being stopped and thinking about who I gotta pay out of this money that you're making. So, it's I mean, it's a risk. It's a risk with everybody. Yeah. That's reading they film it. That's reading record labels are now trying to buy the indie labels because indie labels are taking those chances. They're hoods and stuff like that. They're taking those chances. They got hit songs, and the crazy thing is they're selling these record labels, and the record labels, the major record labels, is putting them out of business. That's all they want to do is destroy them when they sign stuff. So it's a risk, but I tell you what, man, it's a risk.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it's very worth it. The thing is what they should be thinking about their chances is them dope heads when they sign them dope heads and them drunks.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. People don't understand too. Nowadays they don't get that just because someone is famous and has a lot of followers on social media doesn't mean they have a lot of money. A lot of times people there's very, you know what I mean? There's very few people in the industry that are very, very famous and also very very wealthy. You know, most of the ones who are extremely wealthy or who actually have assets are ones we don't see as much, you know, and that's hard for people to get because everyone wants to be famous so bad, but they don't understand that you can be famous and broke, and there's plenty of people who are. And so it's like, don't just aim to be famous, aim to be influential and to own what you do.
That's
right. And that's real talk because think about it. The people that was very, very was rich is when they were selling CDs and records, like Prince, Michael Jackson, Janet, Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
Those people sitting on millions. These people these days, man, they just wearing jewelry. and some of the followers, they pay for them. So you can pay for followers now. So when you see people with millions, that ain't their real followers. People getting caught up with that stuff. So, yeah, man.
So what are you most proud of?
Oh, my gosh. You know.
Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Wow. I'm going to say that I am most proud of, and this is not going to be your cookie cutter answer. You probably won't expect it, but I'm most proud of my husband. Because
I do expect that.
Yeah, because to me, it's not like about the success and like we were talking about the fame and all of that. I'm most proud of, you know, I know where my husband comes from and where I come from, and I'm just proud to be able to see him succeed the way that he has. And that just means the world to me. Like, that's everything, you know, to see that. He's over here fake crying. But yeah, that's what makes my soul, like, smile. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes me happy. Like, that's where I feel complete. I'm like, God is real. He's everything. He's amazing. Like, he allows us to be able to work together and succeed together. So our accomplishments, when we finish a song, like, it just feels good. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a celebration. We be, you know, in the studio going off. And it's not about, like, being out there performing, like, you know, going crazy because we just performed at a show. No, it's we completed another song. Like, we were able to just collaborate on the talents that God gave us together. And that just makes me whole.
Aw. Well, thanks, babe.
You're welcome, Boo.
Oh, my gosh, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Well, with me, it's the same, you know what I'm saying, kicking down. What makes me proud is we took something and made it. I mean, we took nothing and made it something. You know, how we started off was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't have nothing, no connections, no studio, nowhere to record, and to build all that, to build We Busy Entertainment and make money. You know, that made me proud to where we don't have to work a 9 to 5, and like you said, we're a husband and wife team. It's 50-50. You know, it's hard to for others to try to work with their significant other because they don't know how. They don't want to. You can if you want to, but I'm just proud that, you know, working with my wife, you know what I'm saying, that we're making money doing what we're doing. We're on the road together. When we rent cars and go to, I mean, think about it. We out of town every weekend, and I'm with my wife. I mean, how many dudes, you know, how many dudes is doing that, and every day seems like a new day. You know what I'm saying? So how many dudes actually like having a great time with their wife without arguing all the time, or her, you always in the studio, or you always on the road. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been there. I was in that type of relationship where my baby mom didn't want me to sing and didn't want me to go places, didn't want me in the studios. Now, you know, I'm with someone that's kicking down barriers, not only in music, but in the city of L.A. And, you know, people just don't know us for music. They know us for all kind of things, helping the youth. And, you know, that's my problem, and I feel like that's my trophy. I feel like I got a trophy wife. You know what I'm saying?
Aww.
Yeah. You know, I'm serious. I always,
you guys are
you know,
amazing.
Oh, thanks, man. And it's real. It's sincere. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, people be tripping off that. They're like, this ain't real. And it's like, dude.
No, it is real. It's sincere.
Yeah. Because you've been there. You know, you've been there since, what, for about 7 years. Sade. So, you know, you've been in my life for a long time. So, you know, anybody that really, really know us know that what we got is real. What we doing is real. When we do it from the heart is real. You know, business from, I tell everybody, learn my business from when I give back my contributions. You know what I'm saying? So it's two different things. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, contribution.
But it feels good to. I'm very proud of my wife and myself just kicking out barriers. People telling us that we can't do it. Next thing you know, we went to Jackson 5 in front of 17,000. It's like, you know,
wow,
crazy. Yeah,
blessing. Crazy. Yes,
definitely.
Yeah,
so how do you handle negativity and stress?
Ooh, well, the funny thing for me is I stay off of Facebook, so it's easy for me. And I never stress because I'm a person that first of all, I'm a Leo, so I really don't care what people think. It's about me and my husband, you know what I'm saying? And as long as I'm creating a great example that is, you know, that carries my family's name, that carries my husband's name, then, you know, I'm all good. I stay away from drama. I don't believe in that. I don't get into it because nobody's opinion matters to me. It's about what we foresee and what we want to accomplish, and that's how I live my life. I don't live it based off of what people think, what people want to say, because I didn't ask you. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I say everything. It is what it is. I mean, I'm a sweet person. I love and respect everybody. You know, I never step, in somebody else's space. You'll never see me saying anything about anybody else. The only time I will is if you come to me personally and ask me my opinion about something. And if I have the knowledge, then I can share it with you, but I'm still not going to tell you what to do, how to do it. So I don't expect, you know, somebody to step to me and try and tell me how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm.
And with me, I'm different. I'm different.
Go ahead, yeah.
See, the thing is this is the difference between being an entertainer and being a regular person. Like when I'm a regular person, I'm just having fun. I love to smile, but negativity make me write good songs. It make me write hits, and that's my negativity has always been my not me, but negativity coming towards me. That's always been my motivation. That's the reason I'm where I'm at. That's the reason I'm where I am, because I use those people. You know, like I told the kids in school, the bullies became my motivators. If it wasn't for the bullies, I would have never pushed to sing as good as I do or dance as well as I did. So the negativity that comes towards just make me go in the studio, write better songs, makes me go out for better shows, make me want to do bigger things to show you that, hey, keep feeding it to me. You're going to feed me all the way to the top. So that's the way I feel.
Right.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with negativity. You're going to get more than that when you get in the music industry. So, you know, this little stuff, right? So, you know, use it. I say take that, man, negativity and make some meals off of it. A lot of people that made it because people told them they'd never be nothing.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
You know, so that's the best. Sometimes I look for haters. I'm like, man, any haters out there? I need to write a hit.
You're so silly. You're so silly. So tell us about your current projects and what you're working on.
Yeah, Woo. Well, the new project is the We Busy Entertainment family. It's where we coming up from We Busy, starting something new. What it is it's fashion and music. It's about to be crazy. Like the outfits, the songs, we taking it to the next level. You know, we want to be the next Bad Boy. Everybody say, you don't want to be the next Bad Boy. Yes, I do, because Bad Boy is the only indie record label out right now that's not signed to a major. And it's like, that's what we look for. It's not the fact I want to be like P. Diddy. I want my record label like that. So what we're going with it is we just signed our new artist called Jorge. He sings Spanish and English and can sing R&B. So very talented young man. You know, we got DJ Evie, you know, he a Spanish DJ, one of the hottest. He keep them dancing.
No, he's a 90s urban like, music DJ.
Straight up one of the coolest cats in the world. You know what I'm saying? So our family is growing. We're signing. We're about to sign our first girl group. got a lot coming for this this project. The project is called Rock City Nation, and it's just gonna let people know that we are rock stars in our own way. You know, a lot of you got to let people know that you are a star. You're a star. We all stars. If you're making music and you're making people scream, you're a star. You know, so it's like we're showing that Rock City Nation is gonna be the nation that everybody want to be with. You know what I'm saying? It's a movement, and we're just gonna have a great time making some great music. Like right now, we just did one called In the Mood. We got another one called Game Time, and we just about to rock this whole. We're trying to rock the whole world. We tell them right now, our thing is KNS Rockstars from Mars, because we're not like nobody on planet Earth in the music game. So.
And it's about bringing that feel-good music, you know, to the forefront. You know, just encouraging people, inspiring them to have a good time without, you know, having to wild out and having to trap out. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of trap music going on that, you know, is inspiring the youth to do a lot of negative stuff, to do, you know, a lot of things that they don't need to be doing, you know, and in a mindset that is setting them backwards and keeping them at a standstill. They're not learning anything. They're not enjoying life. They don't know what life means. They don't have values, and you know what I mean? So like we're trying to just kind of create that through our music. And then just give them a platform to enjoy and have fun and you know what I'm saying, love your neighbor and you know, value your friendships and you know, just be able to exude your family values as well. So you know, just the project, like I said, it's gonna be crazy, man. I think everybody's gonna love it. It's gonna be a whole nother KNS Rockstar. You know, like we're not gonna be cursing in our music. That's one. And the project also is we're reaching out to like a lot of communities and just trying to help the kids. That's another project we're gonna be working on. So. Because, you know, our youth, they ain't got nothing out here. So.
So as we wrap up the interview, where can people follow you guys and stay updated with your career?
You can go to Instagram, and it's KNS Rockstar _ Of course, you can go to YouTube and just type in KNS Rockstar, and you'll find everything from music videos to MP3s, iTunes, of course, Spotify. We're on probably every social media site.
TV.com.
Yeah, that you can go on.
Facebook, especially. We always on Facebook, of course. KNS Rockstar. That's all you got to punch in, you know what I'm saying? So keep in touch with us because it's about to go down, man. And I think everybody's going to want to see, you know, we built something from the bottom, and all we're doing is getting higher and higher. And we're almost at the top of that skyscraper. And I think people are going to want to see that success story to push them that they can do even with a friend or a brother, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome. I could talk with you guys all day and all night. I can't wait till they have books and movies out about their lives because they are so interesting and entertaining, full of wisdom and encouragement. I want to have you guys introduce your amazing hit song, Welcome to Cali, and so we can play it on the show for our listeners. I played my other jam, I Woke Up in My City, earlier tonight on the show.
All right. What's up, y'all? This your boy Kia.
And your girl Silky.
And we are
KNS Rockstar.
Yo, check out our song called Welcome to Cali.
Awesome. And everyone, make sure to follow them on social media to stay updated with their hot music and their full travel schedule. Thanks for listening to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. Love you.
In need of an affordable hair and makeup artist that's there when you need her? Contact Nicolette of Nicolette Von Schell Artistry for all your hair, makeup, and wardrobe styling needs. Nicolette specializes in timeless and priceless moments of your editorial, commercial, promotional, wedding, film, and personal needs. She is the artist on whom you can depend. Nicolette Von Schell Artistry at 805-415-4033.
Hi, this is Melissa Joy Wood with the Living with Fearless Joy segment on the Sade Champagne Show, and you're listening on Grind Hard Radio.
Welcome back to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. You are tuned in to my special birthday episode as I share with you guys all night long. I'm turning 29 this Saturday, June 4th, and I love celebrating all month long, so this is our pre-celebration tonight. Right now, I want to take some calls from our listeners. Call 323-693-3043 now to chat with me live on air. That's 323-693-3043. If you're already listening in, just press 1 now so I can see that you want to chat. If you're already listening in, just press 1 so I see that you want to chat. I'm also giving away a new bikini from my closet right now. You can win on my Facebook or Twitter by answering the questions I just posted. All right, so it looks like we have a listener in right now, area code 805-509. I'm going to bring you into the show. Hello?
Hi,
Who is this? This voice sounds very familiar.
It's Katrina.
Oh, my gosh, Katrina, you are live on the Sade Champagne Show.
I know.
How are you doing tonight? Awesome. So what did you want to chat in with us about tonight on air?
About your birthday.
Aw, what did you want to tell me or share with me?
I want to sing happy birthday to you.
Oh, my gosh, that would be an amazing honor to hear you sing happy birthday to me. Oh, my gosh. I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay. I have friends here that want to sing with me, so.
Anybody can sing. I love it. Go ahead.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sade. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! I'm clapping. Woohoo! If you can see the look on my face right now, I'm smiling so big, like huge smile. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, ladies, so much. Who else was singing with you so I can thank them, too?
Tiffany and Haley.
Thank you so much, Tiffany and Haley.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I appreciate you ladies calling into the show to celebrate with me tonight. Pre-celebrate.
Cheers. Yeah.
So what have you all been up to tonight? What's been going on? Or is there anything else you'd like to talk about? We got a little bit of time.
Y'all got any topics?
To anyone who's listening right now, you're listening to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. I'm taking your calls live on air. So any listeners, if you're already listening in and you've called the number 323-693-3043, that's 323-693-3043, just press 1, and that way I can see you in the studio and know that you want to chat live on air. So go ahead, ladies. Anything you'd like to say? Any shout-outs you want to make while you're on air?
Huh?
Any shout-outs that you want to make, ladies, while you're on air?
I know Winter is listening.
Awesome. So hi, Winter. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for calling in. We have another caller on air I'm going to get to right now, okay?
Okay, bye. Love you, Sade.
Love you, ladies. Thank you. Bye.
Have a wonderful night.
All right, thank you. Area code 805-910. That's 805-910. I'm bringing you into the show.
Hello.
Hi.
Sade Champagne. This is Chris Ringler calling.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm so excited that you called into my radio show tonight.
Oh, hey, yeah. That's my first time calling you.
Awesome. So how are you doing?
I'm just doing really good. Yeah, just chilling right now at home and listening to you on the radio.
Oh, my goodness. I appreciate you so much. Is there anything you'd like to say to me or to any shout-outs that you want to make on air right now?
Yes. Yes. I wanted to tell you and say happy birthday to you, Sade Champagne. You're 29 years old, and you are so great.
Thank you, Chris. I'm so thankful to have your support. One day, when I'm like selling out arenas and all the big shows, I'm going to make sure you get some VIP tickets because you have been one of our main supporters on my tour and for me and other artists, and so I'm going to hook it up for you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Sade Champagne. And then I can't wait to go to your next shows and even in the future. And I can't wait.
Thank you so much. Is there any other shout-outs you want to give, like to any family or friends that you want to say hi to on air?
Not around me right now, but just wanted to say once again, happy birthday to you. So special and a great shout-out for me.
Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate you and all your support, okay? You have a wonderful rest of the night and keep doing all the awesome things you are and being the awesome person you are.
Okay, thank you, Sade. I'll keep singing and performing for you, okay?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I love it.
Okay, thanks, Sade.
Bye.
Okay, bye now.
You guys are amazing. I have the most wonderful supporters in the world. I want to share with you guys as we are finishing up tonight's episode a few of my dreams for age 29. As I shared with you at the beginning of the show, I dream of recording and producing and releasing my first music EP in the studio. I believe that dream is going to come to pass. And also I dream of finishing up my first book, and I also want to travel more with my tour. And I also dream of seeing my other artists that I work with. Some of them are like Travis Miller, Lisa Lewalt, and Tri-C, seeing them continue to grow and advance in their dreams. And I want to go on vacation. I have so many different dreams. Those are just a few of them that I have for right now. And I'm just so thankful to all of you guys. I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. Thank you for downloading, subscribing, and sharing my radio show. Next week's special 30-minute episode is Motivational Moments with Lisa Lewalt. Join award-winning multi-threat performer, entertainer, and motivational speaker Lisa Lewalt as she shares inspirational stories and ideas to help encourage, empower, and activate you in your dreams and aspirations. Be sure to follow her at Lisa Lewalt on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and hashtag Motivational Moments to join in the conversation. Thanks to Grind Hard Radio for the opportunity to create my own radio show. Thanks to Travis Miller for creating and producing my theme song, and Scott Swish for mixing the song. Thanks to my celebrity guests, Will Makar and KNS Rockstar, and also my new castmates, Ariana Carde and Ayakunle Salama. We have special episodes all month long leading up to the Season 2 premiere, July 20th. And I want to thank you guys for pre-celebrating my 29th birthday with me tonight on the Sade Champagne Show. I'm so thankful for every single one of you. I'm thankful for all of my family, for my friends, for my fans. I'm thankful for my life, and I just know that this next year is going to be my best one yet, and I'm thankful unto God and the wonderful friendship that we share and how I'm able to share the love that He has poured in my heart with the whole world. And so we'll see you next Wednesday from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time right here on Grind Hard Radio on the Sade Champagne Show.
Where dreamers dream, where dreams come true. There's no limit to what we can do. Turning no's to yes, leaving doubt behind, releasing the stress. We were born to shine.